let's continue. What we have here is our local area network, or LAN. Okay, LAN, sometimes known as Intranet. Okay, because everything is local. And one of the attributes of a local network is it's using private network with its private IP addresses. So what you see here, this IP addresses, the 192.168.1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and 1.4, these are all private IP address. Okay, and another thing, at least this topology, this small network of ours, it's only using a single broadcast domain. Okay, broadcast domain. Can we have multiple broadcast domain in a LAN? Yes. Okay, we're gonna talk about that more later. But in this example, it's a small network. We have a single LAN, single broadcast domain, and we're using private IP addresses or private networks. Now, what we're gonna do is, you as a user, this PCA and PCB, most of the time you want to send traffic outside our network. Okay, and what do you mean outside our network? If this is LAN, our private network, our intranet, we want to send it to the internet, but we need another component. Okay, we need another device. This is where we will connect our Ethernet switch to a router. So I'm gonna connect these to a router. Okay, so this is our router, and router is a layer 3 device. So it's operating on the layer 3 of the OSI network, which is the network layer. Okay, and when we say network layer, it operates using IP addresses and networks. Okay, and network. Now, since it is connected to the LAN, and for it to function, we also need an IP address and a MAC address. So the MAC address I will use, let's use FF, the last bytes, and the IP address, let's use .254. So it's gonna be 192.168.1.254. Now, this is our router. It's a layer 3 device, but it also has some of the details of a PC, like MAC address, IP address, and in this case, it is also connected to Ethernet switch. Now, router, it does routing, but we're gonna talk about more routing later. What I would like to point out is, you need a router to send traffic from your LAN to the internet. So this is our internet there. Okay, now internet is also sometimes called the WAN. Okay, what else? It's also sometimes called the extranet. I'm gonna add here, this is the internet. Okay, now I'm gonna divide which is the LAN and which is the WAN. So anything you see beyond this line, okay, so anything on the left side and on the top part, that is LAN. Okay, our intranet using private IP addresses, and in this example we are using broadcast domain. Oops, let me be specific. There you go. There. So that is our LAN. Okay, anything beyond this part or this part, this is considered as the WAN or the extranet. And let me also add more information about our internet, our extra network. I will also add, we're using public IP address instead of private. Okay, so public network and IP addresses. And for the broadcast domain, this is a different broadcast domain, or sometimes we'll just call it BDs. When I say broadcast domains with S, we can see probably thousands or maybe hundreds of thousands or even millions of broadcast domains, contrary to our LAN here, we only have a single broadcast domain. Okay. Now, the internet, why do we need to send traffic from the LAN to the internet? Well, of course, we want to access and visit popular apps. Okay. So I'm gonna add an app here and then another app. Okay, another one here and then another one. Okay, now this application, it may varies depending on what websites and application that you oftenly use. This can be social media. What else? It can be gaming as well, or search engine. What else? News and many others. Point is, these applications or website, you visit this because you want to connect to the internet. Okay, these websites, or also known as popular apps, you will only be able to connect to them when your endpoint devices are sending from the LAN using router forwarding traffic to the intranet or public networks.